G'day punters, Adam Cusworth here for bets.com.au previewing the Doomben Cup, the feature of racing from around Australia on Saturday. What a race it's been over the years. Last year taken out by Antino, Zaki 2021, and for the old school racing tragics, who can forget Might and Power way back in 1998 leading all the way, absolute scenes. But we're not here to talk a history lesson, we're here to preview 2026. The big talking point, just a field of seven, and Pride of Jenny is in action. Last start win in the Hollandale Stakes at the Gold Coast, led all the way. Five contenders in the Doomben Cup this year come out of the same race. You've got Birdman, fastest last 200. The Hollandale's over the 1800. Doomben Cup is the 2000. Could be a different scenario here. You've got the Melbourne Cup winner, Half Yours. She's a hustler, third in the Hollandale. And Vauban wasn't in the Hollandale, a bit of a different form line, coming down from the Tancred Stakes, 2,400 metres. And of course, Asterix and Kovalika. My selection, look, you just have to be on Pride of Jenny. 2,000 metre record is the concern. 7 starts for just the one win. That win was stunning, obviously, in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. She has been runner-up twice. Australian Cup a few starts ago at Flemington. What a race that was. She failed in this race last year, the Doomben Cup, but she did pull up with a bit of a poor recovery. She might have had a bit of an excuse. In theory, she should be suited at Doomben, hitting the rail, tight turning circuit. Should be really hard to catch. And just the fact that this field predominantly made of stayers, they do tend to struggle when Pride of Jenny is in action, just getting them out of their comfort zone. Half Yours probably the danger for me, and She's a Hustler should run well as well, but definitely pretty keen on Pride of Jenny. If you had $1 on her for every start that she's had, you'd be well and truly in front, especially if you jumped on before her breakout spring in 2023 at Flemington when she won those 2 races over the mile. Look, if you want a bit of value, don't laugh at me with this one. I'm going to say Kovalika. I say don't laugh. Look, I did tip Rothfire last week in the Doomben 10,000. I had Jimmy Star as my best bet. Rothfire as my best value. You think I got on? No, I was at the MCG. Wi-Fi, spinning wheel of death, couldn't jump on. Hawk supporter, should have stayed at home. Pretty ordinary day. But look, I think you can make a case for Kovalika. He probably is more a bit of a middle distance type rather than the others. He draws barrier 1. He's going to save ground. He doesn't mind a strongly run race. So if you look back at his last campaign in the spring, 4th up, he improved 10 lengths on benchmark figures to place 3rd in the Craven Plate. Lindemann went really hard out in front, which is kind of like what Pride of Jenny's going to do here. Kovalika went 14 lengths faster than standard. Excellent performance to run on for 3rd. And then he came out last year, he ran 3rd in this race, and he came out and won the Q22. Doesn't mind a bit of a Queensland action. He is excellent value. He's the outsider in the field at around about $35. There is your value, Kovalika, but Pride of Jenny, definitely your best bet. Cracking day of races at Doomben. You can catch all our previews on bets.com.au from all the major meetings from around Australia. You've got the big Queensland Oaks lead up, the Doomben Roses. Down in Melbourne, pretty keen on race 8. We're at Sandown, and race 8, King Zephyr, draws wide, but I reckon he's got the class to do the job. Racing at Murray Bridge, and we're back at Randwick as well. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What's your best bet from around Australia on Saturday, and who do you like in the Doomben Cup? It should be an absolute cracker. Looking forward to it. Enjoy the race.